guys, Patrick got movies back for a PMacMovies haul video. Let's go in to the nook, guys, to show off the movies. PMacMovies back for brand new PMacMovies haul video. And we got a nice variety here today, and even a variety with my shirt. Not a white t-shirt this time. This was a free shirt I got when I was in the Philippines, when I went like a little tennis club there. So PMac spends big on his attire. Bags of undershirts and free shirts that he gets from tennis clubs. Let's take a look at the haul here this week. So we got some new stuff, actually. Got some new stuff and some thrifty stuff. And I bought some stuff from a fella on Instagram. And I got some Dollar Tree stuff. And I even have a new pair of tennis sneakers, which I'm going to be showing off. That's going to be at the end when you know, people can leave after the haul. But hope you guys are having a good week. I got about 4 hours of sleep last night. I think I went to, you know, we had a busy day yesterday. Doing some, I worked and then some family stuff. And then I think I went to bed a little bit after 11, woke up at 3. Actually, it was probably less than 4 hours, actually, which is not, you know, that for some people that might be decent, but for me it's not, or like normal, but, you know, 3.5 hours probably. But I just woke up at 3 something and I didn't feel like going back to sleep, and then I finally did. And then Charmy dropped her phone and woke me up. And then a little bit she's supposed to wake up at like 5:45. She wakes up at 6:02 all getting upset because she woke up late, and then she woke me up again. But anyway, so I'm making this video on very, very little sleep. Hopefully I don't yawn through the whole thing. I am actually feeling like pretty energetic at this moment. So hopefully I can carry that through for the whole video. Let's take a look at some new releases first. If you watched my live stream, I did show off a few things. But let's take a look at what I got. I still have this one sealed. It is Wonder Woman, the TV show, the complete series. And I realized while I was making the live stream, I thought this was all good. But then look at this. You see that right there? That's a slash through the slip box right there. Like that is literally a slash through the, like a, you know, when they cut the box open. It's not really that obvious. You know, it's better than like if a corner got dented, but like it kind of sucks. You know, you get a new release and it's got a big frickin' slash through it. It's frustrating, but what can you do? I'm probably just going to keep it. I don't feel like going through Target's whole return process. Actually, I might watch this one today. This is one that I'm glad I got this one during the Target buy two get one, because this is actually supposed to be a really good one. And it's supposed to be a really good release. It is The Tenant here on Blu-ray. This is a Roman Polanski movie, which it mentions Repulsion and Rosemary's Baby on the back, 2 really good ones. From 1976, 125 minutes, so it's a pretty long one. And it has quite a few special features on it. I heard that the transfer's good. I heard that the special features are more than a lot of their collector's editions get. So I don't know why they didn't make this one an actual collector's edition. I don't know exactly how that works from Scream Factory there. But I think I paid $18-ish for this from the Target buy two get one. So it's, you know, it wasn't cheap, but for a new release Scream Factory, it was a pretty good bargain. So glad to get it, and I might even pop this one in today. I got, you know, with all this new stuff I got, I'm going to be watching a few of these new horror ones today. And then this is one that I'm almost surely returning. It is 13 Ghosts, the Scream Factory Collector's Edition. Actually, that corner got... I guess it's not too bad. You know, this one isn't in terrible shape, but you know how Target will ship them in those tight cardboard things, so it messes up the corners. But, you know, I pre-ordered this in the buy two, get one, And I do already have the Warner Brothers 2-pack. It's like with House of Wax. The transfer sounds like it's the same thing, like pretty much the exact same thing. There are some special features on this, but you know, this ended up being $17, which was a really good price. Excuse me. For a collector's edition. But I'm not, you know, I don't need, like, I'm not huge, oh, I have to have it like separate and I have to have the artwork and slipcover and everything like that. I'm fine with just the Warner Brothers one that I have, so I'm going to return this and get my $17 back. I paid $5 from a Goodwill for the other one, so I'll just stick with that. So those are the new releases I got this week. Oh, and then this one, I don't know exactly when this one was released recently. It is the Lindsay Baker set here. I got this from Amazon when it was like 76 or 77 plus tax. It's since dropped to basically $70, 69 and some change. Of course, a couple days after I ordered it, it dropped down $7. Now, my copy did, of course, they sent it in a bubble mailer. You know, a $80 item after tax, they sent in a bubble mailer, and you can see some damage to it. I did contact them. They gave me a little bit back. It's frustrating. It's like, why can't they ship this in a box? But, you know, the reality is they don't give a shit. These companies, I'm not going to get into it too much here, but at this point, people are addicted. Like, you're addicted to Amazon. You order something, you get it a few days. They don't care if they stress you a little bit by, they want to stress you. The system wants to constantly keep you stressed. So they don't give a shit now. Are they losing money from sending stuff? They don't give a shit if they're losing money. They make too much. They don't give a shit if they're losing money. See, people think that these big corporations care so much if they lose a little bit of money. You know, they're gonna get so many tax breaks and everything else. They don't give a shit. They don't. People don't understand how it works. And people think I'm a nutcase, but they show that they don't. Like, why would they ship stuff like that? They would obviously lose money on it, and they could just correct it, but they don't give a shit. They don't care. They want to keep people constantly stressed about stuff. They want you exchanging. You have to take time to do it. You have to take time out of your life to do it. They care more about that. You're never gonna get it. Anyway, let's take a look at what I got from Goodwill. A few things. One thing, I do already have this Green Lantern Emerald Knights. This has a really nice slipcover. And I'm not a big slipcover guy, but when you can get like one of these DC ones, I mean, these are nice. These are so nice. It is a really nice slipcover, and I don't think mine was a combo pack either. I think it might have just been the Blu-ray, whereas this has the combo, and it looks like it's in real good condition. I'll have to take a look at how mine is and stuff too, but I'll just sell my other one. That was this one was $3. And then Don't Judge Me. Don't Judge Me. I remember seeing this movie years and years and years ago at the drive-ins, and I'm willing to pay a couple bucks for it, especially with the slipcover. It is Halle Berry and Catwoman. Yes, this movie was not good. Directed by somebody called Pitoff. P-I-T-O-F. Pitoff? 104 minutes from, when was this, 2004. So I must have went to the drive-ins and saw this in 2004. I remember it being kind of silly. I really don't remember much of the movie. But for $2, I'll grab the widescreen edition. I feel like I see the full screen edition out when I see it usually. And then I got one called Steam Boy. This was put out by Sony. Again, I don't know much about it, but it says from the director of Akira. I looked at the disc, and I was like, I'm probably going to put this back. And it does have, like, stuff on it, but I think it's stuff that'll wipe off besides a few light scratches. I think it's in pretty good condition. Sometimes it's hard to tell. But it does have like the little insert too here. Alright, so Steam Boy, $2. And then, surprisingly, these, you know, at least a few of these I liked when I was young. Beethoven movies here. Beethoven, Beethoven's second, Beethoven's third. I don't know how many of these I've seen. I'm quite sure I've seen the first two. I remember liking at least the first one. I think the second one too when I was little, but I don't have these. Beethoven's third got its own disc, and the first two got their disc. I'm kind of surprised. I would think like the first one would get its own disc. Looking good. So somebody bought this and didn't even open it up. Some classic movies. Good condition there. So those were from Goodwill. Do I have my Kino? I thought I had my Kinos. Oh, there they are. Okay, they're mixed in with stuff they shouldn't be. I knew I had them. I was like going nuts there for a second. They're just mixed in with some stuff. We stopped at Dollar General yesterday, a Dollar General that I'm just never really near, and surprisingly, they had some stuff that I haven't found at other Dollar Generals for $3.95 each. Firstly, a movie I'd never heard of before, The Book of Henry here with digital code, starring Naomi Watts. I don't really know anybody else in this. Sounds like kind of an interesting movie. Something going on with their neighbors or something like that. Like they find out something's going on with their neighbors. I don't know if it you know, it sounds to me based on reading it like it's some sort of abuse, but it doesn't say for sure. So interested in that one. I had never heard of it. Then I got Coal Miner's Daughter with the code here. This has Sissy Spacek and Tommy Lee Jones, and it doesn't necessarily look like one that I'd be too into, but I figured with the code I might as well snag it up at $4. And then another one with the code. I'm pretty sure I have this on a John Wayne DVD set. It is The Green Berets. This is a Vietnam propaganda movie. John Wayne actually directed this too with Ray Kellogg. 142 minutes. Holy cow. Let's see who else is in this. Anybody I know? George Takei's in this. And I don't know any of the other people. Jim Hutton. This one, I had actually seen, I think I saw somebody get this next one here at a Dollar Tree, but I certainly couldn't find it at a Dollar Tree. And I definitely would have bought it from a Dollar Tree. Pacific Rim 3D. So I don't know that this one was one that it was very widespread at Dollar Trees. Would have loved to have found it. I know, you know, Jack the Giant Slayer 3D was another Warner Brothers one that I found and other people found, along with the 300 sequel was one that was like really prevalent around here. Like I found a lot of copies of it, but glad to get Pacific Rim 3D. I do have the 2D version already with the slipcover, so I'll probably just pop in the 3D disc in that one with the slipcover. And then I think this is one that I might have bought and returned from the Target or from the Walmart $8 bin years ago. I'm pretty sure I have these on DVD. And now I have them on Blu-ray. A couple Clint Eastwood movies. Clint Eastwood war movies. Cully's Heroes and Where Eagles Dare. I was even wondering if I had these on Blu-ray. And it appears that I don't. It looks like these are actually on 2 discs according to this. So 1 disc for each movie. So that's cool. Glad to get this for $4. I know this is probably one of the ones from Walmart that used to have the little sheet on it with one of the code for one of the movies, but there was no sticker on this, so no code. Oh well, what you gonna do? Well, since I'm doing Dollar General, I might as well do Dollar Tree also. Yesterday I hit 3 Dollar Trees, And one of the main things that you can hear, my coffee maker is actually cleaning. You have to run like a cleaning cycle through it. So it's at the end of the cycle right now. And then I have to do a flush where the cleaning cycle is with vinegar and water, and then you flush it out with water. So that's what I have to do when I'm done with this video. Let's take a look. One main thing I was looking for from Dollar Tree is, of course, movies, but, there wasn't, I didn't really find much that I hadn't seen before. But I had heard a few people got the Twin Peaks Secret History of Twin Peaks book, which I already got the audiobook from Ollie's probably a couple months ago or something. So, anywho, I went to one Dollar Tree, didn't find anything, went to another Dollar Tree, and I got Thomas Jane in Dark Country. He directed this and stars in it. This is a Sony movie, 88 minutes from 2009. Little Thomas Jane horror thriller. Suspenseful horror thriller. Don't forget suspenseful. And then I got, this is actually one that I saw at other ones and I passed. I decided to go ahead and get it. Behemoth. Sounds like it might be kind of a fun, made-for-TV monster movie here from a sci-fi movie. Who put this out? Vivendi. Sometimes these are fun ones. I mean, I don't know that I'm a huge fan of these, but it sounded like this one was pretty decent. And then I went to the third Dollar Tree, the third and final Dollar Tree, which I almost just skipped. I was like, there was barely anything at the other two. I looked around at the books, didn't find the book I wanted. So I was like, I might as well go to the third one. Jeremy was at Marshall, so I was going to have to wait for her anyway. And looky what old PMac found for a buck! The Secret History of Twin Peaks. It's kind of amazing that you can find something like this at a Dollar Tree because, I mean, look at this thing. I mean, this is if I found this at Ollie's for probably $5 to $10, I would have snagged it. And I'd prefer to have the book than the audiobook, and I think I paid $5 or $6. I'm thinking $6 for the audiobook. So to be able to get this for $1 at Dollar Tree, I think it says a fair amount about physical media, but it might not. I don't know. People, either they overproduce this or there's just not really that many people buying physical media as much anymore because, you would think that how could Dollar Tree get this? And they had, 8 copies of it at that Dollar Tree. I mean, it was in the front bin there. Where they have their item of the week, and there was 8 copies of this. I mean, there was a lot. I couldn't find this. I went to a bunch of other Dollar Trees here this round. I could not find this one, but that one had a lot of copies, and it is just really cool to find this for a buck. I mean, this is a really nice book. Actually, it looks like there's some... I have only gotten so far with the CDs there, the audiobook. I got in... I think I was on the 3rd disc, and there's... I can't remember how many discs there are, but... I'm actually seeing, some stuff on... some more up-to-date stuff, because what I was hearing was more like a history of Twin Peaks. I hadn't really gotten into... more of the actual characters from the show, and I'm seeing in here it's getting into more of the characters from the show and kind of looking more at that, at the end of the original series, the explosion, which they didn't really explain much about in the mini-series that happened recently, or whatever they call it. I'm kind of just looking through it. Actually looks really interesting as it's getting more into the actual timeline. It's got stuff about Aleister Crowley in here and everything else. It's pretty crazy. This has got some interesting stuff in it. Really, really cool to be able to get this for $1 at Dollar Tree. I mean, they're practically giving it away, and it's like a quality, it's a really quality item. Very nice. Kino. Let's take a look at some Kinos. I did place one final Kino order. The Kino sale is still going on, so if you're interested in any of these, you know, you put together an order of $50, get free shipping. The main one I wanted here was Long Day's Journey into Night. Didn't really realize what this was before I placed my other orders. Otherwise, it would have been like in my first order. I really like these like Asian movies where they're very like colorful in the streets and things like that. Reminds me of Chungking Express, which was supposed to be re-released by Criterion. I'm definitely getting that baby. But this, I read really good things about it. This is a 2-disc set with a booklet, so this is a real nice one for $9.99. And then we got 1,000 Pieces of Gold. This is a $10.99 one, starring Rosalind Chow and Chris Cooper. Read good things about this movie, so I was interested in it. From 1990, 106 minutes. They did like a new 4K restoration. This one also has a booklet. And then we got a less artsy-fartsy one, you know, Striker. I think this one might have been $8. Looks like a post-apocalyptic kind of Mad Max sort of thing. I'm sure it's not as good as Mad Max, but I read enough good things and snagged it up. And then this one was a little bit more. I think this one was $12. L'Immortel. I read that this one was similar to last year at Mariann Bad, which piqued my interest. This is from 1963, 101 minutes. Another redemption one. I didn't prefer to grab the ones that were $12, but this one sounded better than some of the other $12 ones. And then this one, I can't remember how much this one was. 10 to 12, I can't remember. The Banishment. Again, read really good things about it. Apparently the director's made several good movies. He made The Return in 2003. This movie, The Banishment, is from 2007, and I just read some excellent stuff about it. Looked like something that, you know, you might find on the Criterion collection. The Banishment. This one actually has a digital code, which I don't know how Kino does the digital codes. But... Alright. Is this the whole stack here? Let me see. So I got some stuff from Instagrammer Blue in the Face. He was doing a sale a couple weekends ago where he was getting rid of some of his movies, and a lot of them were like pretty new. So for newer movies, I definitely want to get them like when they're on sale at stores with the code. And he so I wasn't really gonna pay a whole lot for them. He offered me a very good price, and he offered me a price where I was getting like a bunch of codes. I wasn't sure which codes I was getting. I ended up with 12 digital codes and 14 movies for a very affordable price. Let me make sure I have all these here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, all 14. So there's 14 of them. Slip covers. The condition, I haven't totally checked. I'm sure that you know, they're definitely good enough for me. Some of the slip covers are not in wonderful condition, but again, for like the price, it's definitely a great deal. He shipped them real well in bubble mailers. Unfortunately, USPS, like, there was actually a sticker on there from USPS, like, sorry for the damage. Sorry that we crushed this item. But it was fine because he bubble wrapped everything. So thankfully he did that, because otherwise there definitely would have been damaged stuff. So I definitely appreciate that. It's got slip covers on all of them. So really, really cool. Like I said, I haven't checked through. I haven't really checked all the discs and stuff. It looked like some of them had like some fingerprints, but it'll all wipe up and they'll all be good. So let's take a look. Really, probably the crown jewel of this thing was this Jumanji 4K Steelbook. So a movie that I don't have, and a Steelbook that it looked like it goes for $35 on Best Buy. So like, the deal I got on this was really pretty incredible, quite honestly. So really glad to get this one as part of it. It's got like a plastic thing on the outside that must have came with it, and then you know, everything's intact besides the digital code. This one does not come with a digital code, but this one he still had factory sealed with Slippy, and this is supposed to be a good movie, The Witch from Well Go. Slippy's in real good condition, looks pretty mint to me. Glad to get this one. Sounds like a good movie. Some of the other ones that I probably wanted the most, I really wanted the Lodge here. Newer movie. I'm probably actually going to watch this today, so I'm going to set this out to watch today. Looks like it's in really good shape. Glad to get it. One that I'm interested in watching, obviously, if I'm going to watch it today. A couple of the other ones that I wanted the most, I was really interested in this The Good Liar movie. I was looking to get this for a good price. And so yeah, it was a really good deal. And this one actually got good reviews and stuff, so glad to get it. Ian McKellen. Helen Mirren. That other guy in there looked like somebody I know, but I don't think it's him. But this looked like a good one. I was definitely interested in it. I was actually interested in this, The Turning, because it's another horror one. I kind of like these, but since I got it, I looked into the movie more, and this is supposed to be a big pile of poop. Which, even if I looked into that before I got it, I'm pretty sure I still would have wanted it. So, beard myself. The Turning. Blu-ray, DVD, digital code, combo pack. The Lodge is just the Blu-ray. It's interesting how Universal does that. Hammer. This is a Hammer movie. What else did I really want in here? I think the rest of them were ones that I just kind of mildly wanted and kind of threw into the deal. I was interested in this Gretel and Hansel movie, another horror one that was recent, so I wanted that. Looked like the reviews on this one are pretty mixed, but glad to get that one for a very nice price. One that I'm glad I threw in at the end, because this is probably actually one of the better movies that I got in this deal. Motherless Brooklyn. I didn't really know what this was when I asked him for it. I just saw that it got good reviews. I'm like, throw that one in. But it actually has Edward Norton in it. He's a private detective. Bruce Willis is in it. So this actually looks like a really interesting movie. Edward Norton is trying to figure out what happened to his friend, played by Bruce Willis. Motherless Brooklyn. Let's see. I was interested in this one. I've heard good things about this. The Gentleman. Guy Ritchie's The Gentleman. I do like me some Matt McConaughey. I see who else is in here. Oh, is that the girl from Downton Abbey? What is her name? Michelle Dockery. Hugh Grant looking a little bit different here. Hugh Grant. We got Charlie Hunnam there, and Colin Farrell. Seems like Colin Farrell's in like everything. I don't know. And who's this? Henry Golding. I don't know who Henry Golding is. Okay. Let's see. What else was I interested in here? This High Life with Robert Pattinson. Juliette Binoche is in this. I like these sci-fi movies, so I was interested in this. This is an A24 one. So really cool to get that for a good price. Really know nothing about the movie. Elijah Wood in Come to Daddy. I like some Elijah Wood. This looks like kind of a strange one. Again, know very little about the movie, the premise, which is probably better. I like to go into movies really not knowing much. I like these dog movies. So this one was a little bit out a little bit longer than some of these other ones, I think. But The Art of Racing in the Rain. Snag this one up. Another good dog movie. That coffee maker really wants me to finish the cleaning job. You're going to have to wait, coffee maker. There must be some sort of AI in that thing. Then we got Dark Waters. It says, inspired by a shocking true story. This tenacious attorney uncovers a dark secret that connects a growing number of unexplained deaths to one of the world's largest corporations. He risks everything. They'll put movies out like this where they make it seem like these corporations will actually get like in trouble for stuff, when in actuality it's like a little slap on the wrist. Go back to doing what you've been doing, boys, but let's make people think that they actually could win some money, or like we're actually out to like make sure that these companies don't do stuff. It's all a dog and pony show. This one was kind of a throw-in. I didn't really want it that bad, but I figured I might, I kind of do. So let's just kind of throw it in. The Grudge, the Untold Chapter. Slippy got a little beat, but these Sony Slippies are. By the time this was actually a price in the store I would have paid, it wouldn't have had the Slippy anymore. Anyway, so really. Really good deal on these. And then this one I've read horrible things, but it has John Cena in it, and Keegan-Michael Key playing with fire here. Playing with fire. So there's that big stack. These ended up being like $4.20 each. And the deal that he gave me. So that's pretty damn incredible, considering this Jumanji 4K Steelbook is worth like $30 by itself. Oh, I'll take that deal. $60 shipped for all those. It was like $4.20 each, I think. All right, I think that's everything. And then I just wanted to say for this last item, I think ever since probably the last 15 years when I got more into like tennis equipment, 15 years ago or so. I used to play tennis a lot. Me and Charmaine are kind of getting back into it here. And I've always kind of wanted like a Yonex racket. Yonex is a really good company. At least they were. I don't know if they really are anymore. It kind of fell out of the equipment loop, I guess, but Yonex was like the last company making their tennis rackets in Japan rather than China, so the quality control was really, really good. And that I think it was like the last line of rackets made in Japan. Like anything else, they'll sell their older line for a lot cheaper than their new line, so the new line would come out at like $180. And I was able to get the line before that, like $80 rackets, and I bought like 5 of them. Because it was a really good deal, very well made racket. So I'd get, just a few months before, they'd be like $200. Now they're $80. Snag up a bunch of them. And now, new tennis rackets now, I was looking, and they're like $210 for a new racket or more than that. But anyway, sneakers are about $120, $130 for the current model. But for Yonex, for some reason, it seemed like there wouldn't really be big discounts on their tennis sneakers. But I was finally able to get a pair in my price range. $70 for the previous year's, the previous model's top shoe here. We got some Yonex tennis sneakers. I don't know that the look is anything great. I think that they're sharp enough. But, this is like their top line of tennis shoe. It's called the Power Cushion Eclipsion 2. For $70, that's a beer me. Because, the new model, actually the new models probably, they make them seem like they're better and better, but the quality of them gets worse and worse, I think. And, it's like $120, $130, $140, whatever bucks. to be able to get these for $70 was awesome, in my size. And then I looked right after I got them, I looked online, and they were all out of my size on like the 2 websites I was looking at. So pretty cool to have some Yonex tennis shoes, which I've never owned. Own them for the first time. Pretty sweet. Actually, that reminds me of tennis rackets they used to make in like the 80s. And they made them in a specific area, I think in the U.S., and they stopped. At Goodwill, I found one of those rackets in near mint condition that somebody got from the 80s, which is an unbelievable find. I mean, I could sell that racket probably for $200-300 online. I paid $3 for it. you could find some really cool stuff sometimes. Which, like, a smaller example of that would be like this Twin Peaks book for $1 at Dollar Tree. It's incredible. But, you know, they must have just, they had to get rid of them. They had so many of them, and they weren't able to sell them at even a little bit more expensive than that, apparently. I mean, I was looking up the Twin Peaks book online, and it looked like with shipping, you could get it for about $11 or $12. So it's not like it's expensive or anything, but to be able to get it for $1 is awesome. But, enough of this talk. Enough of this non-movie talk, PMac. We just want to hear about movies. But I'm going to go probably watch a movie today and do some other stuff around the house here. I think I'm going to watch this one right now. I'm going to pop it in. I might fall asleep since I'm so low on sleep. And then that Tenet movie I was interested in watching either today or tomorrow. Anywho, we'll see you guys next time on PMacMovies.